What up, crew? Hold on. Are we? I think we are. I think we are. Wait like a few seconds. And
I think we are.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yep, I just did. What's up, crew? Oh, bam, 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 bam. It's the song.
The Friday the 13th song.
No. There's a song that like Ordinary Adventures when they do their live thing. I think it's DJ Uni Pipi.
Oh.
That's what the song is called. I don't know. That's the DJ. I don't know what the song is called, but it's Une Pipi. So they play that for like 2 minutes before
they actually start.
And I do that sometimes, like a minute and a half. I just haven't done it in a while. But we haven't done a live Friday in a while anyway, so that's okay. Look who's here. Tim. What's up, Tim?
What's up?
Awesome to have you here. And we have some great insider info. I think it's great insider info because Tim just went to Disneyland. Tim and Candace just went to Disneyland.
Last week.
Yeah, how was that?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
We went on May the 4th.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I completely forgot. That's right. That was crazy.
It was, yeah.
Star Wars Day. So we've been to Disneyland on May the 4th, but not now with Galaxy's Edge open.
Yeah.
So how was that?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that Galaxy's Edge would be more packed than the rest of the park. But it was kind of nice because normally Disney kind of frowns upon you like getting all dressed up.
That's true.
But for some reason, this was different.
I did see that. I saw that there were some people like headdress thing, face paint, costumes. If
they
anyone
were head to toe in
Yeah.
Jedi gear, Sith gear, whatever.
If any of you know Always Believe, Ashley and Brian, Brian went as Anakin right before going into Vader. Of course, right? He wasn't the kid. It just, maybe some people like the kid. No.
Yeah.
So he had the scar on his face, and he had the whole get up at like Jedi. They let him with his Pozu boots, and then also Ashley was Obi-Wan. She had a beard. She had glued on a beard thing. Her hair. She had a wig, and I was like, dude, that's nuts. I don't think they've ever allowed people to do that other than Halloween.
Even then, though, I think Halloween they still had some like regulations on it.
Yeah, like I don't think no face paint. Right?
Yeah,
was it?
So like for this, it was nice and different.
Yeah,
but it was kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
Are they kind of being lenient on some things?
I hope so. Because one of the big parts of going to Galaxy's Edge was being able to, or at least that's how I felt the guests took it, that we're going to be able to go and cosplay however we want.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the full effect of like wearing a Darth Vader costume, but they just, I don't even think they let you wear robes. You could buy the robe there, but I think they tell you can't wear it.
Well, there were people wearing robes.
Oh, see, nice.
So, and Spaceballs was there too.
Oh yes, I saw the picture. I forgot who had posted it, and it was just walking. It was on there. It looked like maybe they're walking towards Frontierland, or maybe they're going towards the castle. But that's where I saw them on that side. But yeah, Tim saw them.
Yeah, when Candace and I and our friend, when we saw them, we were getting onto Rise.
Yeah.
And they were somebody asked to take a picture with them, and they were all standing right there, and they did the.
Yeah. That is so cool, man. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So, I saw the picture. I was like, no way. Yeah. Like that, even that, letting them.
Yeah.
Wear that.
To me, it kind of seems like Disney's probably gone a little bit more lenient on their rules and their restrictions.
Yeah, I hope so. That was really cool, though.
Yeah.
The whole May the 4th event. So you guys weren't there for the event, right?
No,
you guys were just there for the day.
Yeah.
But you still got I have a little hair thing, it looks like. But you guys were still able to see some stuff, right? Yeah. Like Tim said, you saw one picture spot. Which one was it?
So there was. They were trying to hide it for most of the day.
Yeah.
But it was, you could see because it stuck up. It was like pretty high. It was a TIE fighter wing. And I thought that maybe
life size, maybe kind of.
Well, kind of.
Okay.
I mean, as close to life size as you could probably get.
Okay, that's damn.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I mean, it was tall. It was big. It wasn't like actual life size, but it was pretty close.
Enough where you could still see or tell what it was.
Yeah.
Even when it was covered.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I was walking up because I could see it. It's like, ooh, that's interesting. I wonder if it's the whole thing or if it's just the wing.
Yeah.
And there was a little crack that was pretty big that I didn't like go hold it open. We
don't break rules.
No,
we don't do that. No,
I stayed a good distance away.
Yeah.
But that crack was big enough to where I could stay that distance away and look in and go, oh, it's just the wing.
That's dope. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice. I think there was a boba.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Was it boba?
It was his chair.
His chair. That's what it was.
That I did see. Because I made a comment to Candace because they moved it to the where
somewhere.
Yeah, the carousel, the progress.
Oh yeah, Innovations.
Yeah, Innovations. There you go. I couldn't think of it.
It's all good.
They moved it over there.
And
I told Candace, oh, so that's where they moved it because last time her and I went, the chair was outside of the trading post.
The trading post. That's right.
Which is where I took my picture. And we went back this time, and it wasn't there no more.
Mm-hmm.
But they had the big old. They just did the whole sand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. There was a sandcastle, right?
Yeah.
Type thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
And then I think they also had I'm pretty sure that's what I saw, right? A Jabba the Hutt. It was just like a big figurine, right?
I think so. That I didn't see.
No.
I know that they did, like, at a certain point of the day, they did take all like the stuff that was hiding it away. But I don't think they were still letting people take pictures.
So how was the crowd? How was the crowd all day for regular guests? But then how did the crowd get like closer to, I don't know, 5, 6? Because it
started. The actual event started at 9.
9. Okay.
So for the people that didn't have tickets to the event, they closed the park at 8.
Okay.
So they kicked us out at 8.
But then they let guests for that event come in.
Yeah, and they could just stay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the beginning actually wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Candace and I and our friend, we did everything within the first 2 hours.
Nice.
Like all the stuff that we wanted to do. And we also had the lightning pass.
Cool.
Again. But Candace and I were a lot smarter this time.
Yeah.
Like, well, we'll wait later in the day to use it.
Yeah.
So we did everything in the first 2 hours, and we're like, okay, now what? And so we waited until we met up with Jasmine and Brandon.
Nice.
And then that's when we used the lightning lane.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And
nice job.
Pretty much after 1 o'clock is when wait times and everything started to go up a little bit.
Yeah.
It was still a little. It wasn't that bad still, but it was getting to the point where it's like, okay, now it's getting a little crowded.
Well, because then if you get like the lightning pass, early in the day, you're only probably going to be skipping like 5-10 minutes, maybe on some of these rides. You're not really.
Yeah, it's not really worth it to use it in the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
And there was, Candace and I, our first ride for some reason it's always been Space Mountain.
Okay.
Well, we go to Space Mountain and it's only like a 10-minute wait.
Yeah.
And so, because the park just opened.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see people actually using the lightning lane for it, and Candace and I are like,
no.
Who
invited them?
Yeah.
Who let these guys in?
I think that was just because Candace and I know now, like, you can only use it once.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think for us, it was kind of like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But I think once we realized too, they probably don't.
Yeah,
realize.
I was just gonna say, yeah, for sure. I don't think they realize, because I think anyone, if they would figure out like that, they'd be like, wait, that was dumb.
Yeah,
let's wait.
Because the old Max Pass,
yeah,
you weren't limited.
Yeah, that's true.
You were just only limited how many per.
Like at the moment, right? Yeah,
like you could only have like 2. I think it was like 2 for 2 hours or something. And
Yeah.
then once you use one, then you can
get the other one.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you play it off good, or if you have things work to your advantage, you can get like 3 or 4. And that's if your fast pass ride, when you went to go, it was closed.
Yeah.
Right. It's shut down for the moment. So for cast members, they call it 101. So if it's closed, then you just get on your thing. It says you can use this fast pass for any attraction,
which happened to us.
So, or you can use it for that attraction, but there's no time limit on it.
Yeah.
So you could use it all day whenever you want it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you could accumulate those things.
The first rise, when our time came up to go on it, the ride was broken. So I went up to the cast member and I asked him, hey, it says that our time's right now, and I the thing with cast members is you gotta be cool with them.
Yes.
Because if you're cool with them, they'll be cool with you.
Yeah.
They'll be more. I mean, they're always
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll always
All the
help
time.
you, but it will just.
It's just a more willingness.
Yeah.
They're not helping out a tough customer. They're helping out
a
cool customer now.
Yeah. And so I was like, I understand that you can't tell me when this is going to be fixed because you don't know.
Yeah.
But we have the lightning lane. What do we do?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, you can use it. You can just use it all day.
Cool.
He goes, you can use it at not all day, but like you can come back 3 hours from now and still be able to use it. So
that's
all right, cool.
And so here's another thing that I was not sure. I'm sure if you go on Fresh Bake, Ordinary Adventures, Magic Journeys, all of them, they would probably tell you all of these lightning paths and lanes, all this info. But still, sometimes I don't pay attention. So one thing that I was wondering this whole time was I love Rise. I love Star Wars. So I would spend a whole day just on Rise. Only on Rise.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, but I would do it. Okay. But the problem is, would I have to wait in line? Well, I get on, I get the lightning pass, and then, all right, cool. Now I get in line. All right, now I got to get back in line. But Tim gave us some info. Yes.
Yeah. So
what can you do?
You can buy. So what Candace and I did is we went once. We bought it once, and then we went later on in the day and we bought another one.
You can buy multiple.
Yeah. Now I don't know if you can buy them consecutively.
Okay.
But I do know that you can buy
more than one.
Yes.
So that was seriously something that I've been wanting to know. Again, I think it probably would have been easy. All I got to do is look up, or maybe look on the website, and it'll tell me just right there.
Yeah.
But it's different when you actually have someone who has done it, and they're like, "Yes, you can do it. It's a fact."
Yeah.
So
a lot of trial and error.
I was very when they told me that was one thing. I just yes, finally. One of the things was to go into the line right whenever you want.
Yeah.
Not have to deal with the whole reservation thing of dang, I hope I get it today.
Yeah, boarding pass.
Yeah, but
doing the 7 o'clock. Oh man, I didn't get it. Well, 12 o'clock. All right, I didn't get it.
Yeah, which I'm glad I did not have to deal. I dealt with the stress of it, but I didn't deal with not going on.
I did.
Tim did. So again, Tim dealt with that whole situation so that you all don't have. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you did.
Yeah,
but we didn't.
And so the funny thing is, it left such a bad taste in mine and my dad's mouth that originally we were going to be leaving the next day.
Yeah.
But we're like, no,
can't do it.
This can't be. So at that time I had an annual pass.
Okay.
I think my dad had an annual pass, so we could still go the next day.
Yeah.
We just had to buy a room.
Got it. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well,
just Walmart it, dude. Sleep in the car. Go to Walmart.
So, well, we got a cheap room, and we got up at 5:30. We got ready. We left the hotel by 6. We got to the downtown Disney by 6:30, and we were on the ball roadside.
Yeah.
So they'll just let you in.
Yeah.
As opposed to Harbor.
Boom.
So we went to Ball Road. They're like, oh, well, you guys are actually like the first guests we've seen all day. We're like, all right, cool. Bam, we got in. We got to the gate. We were there by 6:45.
Heck yes.
Park wouldn't let you in until 7:30.
Yeah.
Park opened at 8. And this was back when you had to do it right when the park opened.
Yeah, that's right.
So we did it right at 8 and we got it.
Yeah.
So like, all right.
Nice.
And we're like, okay.
You went pre-COVID.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
That was the last time. I mean, I've gone multiple times since.
Yeah, but I'm saying when that happened, it was before.
It was a few weeks before.
So you didn't have to deal with like the whole getting a reservation for the park.
No.
Like you were going. You know for a fact you were going.
This was when we had annual passes still.
Cool. Yeah. I was gonna say I know you said annual pass. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy though. That's one thing. Well, that was one thing that I wanted to know if you can, and then that was another thing that I never wanted to happen. That's why when we did our adventure, when we went to Disneyland, that was one thing I kept stressing you all that I hope we do. I hope we do. Tim was saying you're gonna get it, which I was pretty sure we would because they increased the group.
Yeah,
the boarding group,
and they also gave you 2 chances.
2 chances, yeah.
So. And I think they did that mainly because, okay, if you didn't get it the first time, you're going to get second. Because if you got it the first time, you couldn't get it the second.
Yes, you couldn't get it the second. So that's something that I wasn't sure also.
Yeah.
We got it the first time. We got boarding group 5. But then we tried again. And it was funny because we were in line for Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And it was about to hit 12. And we knew if we would have kept going in the line, we would have been in the ride when it hit.
Yeah.
So we kept like letting people, no, go ahead. And then 12 hit, and we're sitting there trying to get it, but then it said you already had one. So nope.
Yeah.
So that was another thing why I wasn't sure if for lightning lane if that would let you.
Yeah.
Because they didn't let you with the boarding group, but with the boarding group it makes sense.
Yeah, I think with the lightning lane, it's because you're paying for it.
Exactly.
So it's like okay.
Yeah. So they're like
Candace and I, when we got it the first time, when we got the boarding group, we got it at the 7 o'clock too.
Okay.
And we were actually crossing the street.
Yes.
So, I mean, I don't recommend being on the phone crossing the street.
But it's Star Wars.
Yeah, this was special circumstances, and we were crossing the street, and then I went poop, and I got it. I was like, because I got it, but she didn't realize that I.
Oh, that you had got it, yeah.
So she tried to get it. And she goes, she goes, it's not letting me, and I go, don't worry, I think I got it.
Yeah. So on my side, so Jason and I were on Harbor.
Yeah.
And then Kat and Lily, Noah, and Philip were on the other side. And that's because we met up there.
Yeah.
We didn't know that they were coming. Jason didn't know.
Yeah.
I knew last like 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
But Jason didn't know. So I'm sitting there trying to get the thing, but I told him like, hey, relax. I don't know if we're going to get it or not.
Yeah.
And then I'm like sitting there and he's looking at my phone too as we're trying to do the thing. And then it pops up, no, right? And you can't get the thing. I'm like, huh? And he looks at me. I'm like, hold on. Hold on. Because your guys' mom is on the other side. Not other side. He didn't know that he was on that. I just meant like, he thought she was over here. It's like, she's also grabbing it for us to see.
Yeah.
Then I closed out the app, opened it up again. Then it said 5.
Yeah.
And then I think the first thing I did was text Kat. Oh my God, you did it.
Yeah. And I had a similar experience the next time because my dad and I went after I went with Candace.
Yeah.
And we did the 7 o'clock. But for us, it was weird because the app like totally like glitched out or something.
Yeah.
So I was like,
were you on Wi-Fi or were you on your data?
I don't remember what I was on. But it didn't tell us we got a boarding group or anything.
Yeah.
It just said sorry, something was wrong or something like that. So
dang.
And then we tried again at the 12 o'clock and we couldn't get it. And then my dad did some like investigating. He goes, it's because we already got it. I go, what? I go, yeah. And luckily we still had plenty of time to do our boarding group.
Nice. Okay. So. Yeah. That was I'm glad I was able to experience that.
Yeah.
Kind of the stress. Not that initial, because I honestly think I would have just like melted right there if I wouldn't have gotten a boarding pass.
It really did feel like a punch in the stomach. Like I know like it's like, well, it's just a ride, man. But it's different because I would have been okay that we didn't get it, but we were in the park. Mm-hmm. But what I wasn't okay was we didn't get it, and then you could hear people cheering that they got it, and the moment that they got it, they left.
Yep.
They left the park.
Busted out.
So
I kept seeing that too, yeah.
To me, that was like, okay, you know what? These people, they're not even going to spend all day.
They're not going to be here, yeah. I'm here all day. I want to get on these rides.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so like I mean like we still had fun that day.
Yeah.
But it was still like no,
Yeah.
this can't be how we end our trip. Which I'm glad we didn't because then like a month later or so, like a month and a half, a month and a half later, the park closed. So
that's
like,
crazy.
right.
Well, I don't know. I felt like with Galaxy's Edge is to me is way different than any other land because you see New Orleans, there's no like real movies or nothing like that. It's just like I'm here at New Orleans, cool. Tomorrowland, everyone knows Tomorrowland. There it is. But there's just rides, right? Of these places of pirates. It's just a ride. You're not really walking through a pirates themed land. Although you are in Cars Land, you are, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing we're like, well, look at Cars. You are walking that. Yes, true. But Cars only came out when? So there wasn't this yearning of, I want to live in the movie. Yes, people are like, that'd be cool if I lived in Radiator Springs. But Star Wars came out 79.
Yeah.
And people just wanted something to walk in to Star Wars other than just like a maybe set piece, you know?
Yeah.
For a temporary set piece.
Yeah. I mean, you had Star Tours, but I mean, that was like, okay.
But that's another where it's just the ride.
Yeah.
You're not really walking through Star Wars, and it's a ride that you're on Earth.
Yeah.
And then you're being taken to over there, right?
Yeah.
You're still kind of walking through familiar areas of what you know.
Yeah.
When you go to Galaxy's Edge, it's all an alien planet where you're like, what? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And we've been waiting for this. I mean, I've been waiting for this since I was born. I was born in 86. when I was born, I didn't even know that that's what I wanted, you know? But that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
So now to be able to actually do that, to walk through this place, that's why to me it's way different than any of these other lands. Even I guess maybe Avengers, not even Avengers, because it's okay. They're opening. People are living their lives. The thing with Avengers Campus, even you're not in the city of where I guess like.
No, I mean I think Avengers Campus. It's like it's supposed to be like one of the little training facilities type. So I mean, I think that might be DCA's version of Galaxy's Edge.
It is. It's just like there wasn't no like even when you're walking through that, it's just, you know, it's still Earth feel. It's a campus, you know, like all right, it's still pretty familiar. It's just Star Wars. You walk into it's just the sounds are crazy.
The plant life.
The plant life is crazy. Yeah. The ground, the rock work, everything around you're completely lost in where you're at in Star Wars. As to Avengers Campus, it's a campus and you still know like, oh yeah, I could just walk out that way. No big deal. So that's why I just Galaxy's Edge.
There's also a lot of like secret quote unquote things to it. Like there's Savi's workshop.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Tim and I were just talking about like some of the books. He's reading a book. There's a book I've read, Galaxy's Edge, specifically Galaxy's Edge book, with Vi on it, and it tells the whole story from beginning of when she got there and how the whole resistance base now has established. But not just the resistance, but Batuu itself.
Yeah.
Where it talks about Savi, it talks about Mubo. A lot of people are like, who's Mubo?
Yeah.
Mubo's the depot owner.
And that's what I wish too, that they would kind of like explain.
Yeah.
Or have like some like show or something about it, because to a casual person that likes Star Wars, like, I don't know.
Yeah, they're not gonna like Mubo. The only way you would like know that is, well, I'm not sure if they might have some audio. I think I heard some audio of someone saying Mubo when I was getting on what is it? I don't know about that one. Disney fan. I don't know about that. We got Disney fan that said Disney should reskin Mr. Toad's Wild Ride to Encanto attraction. I liked Encanto a lot. Actually, I was surprised how much I liked Encanto.
That's more for Tarzan's Treehouse.
Yeah, but it's not that that's a bad idea to make a ride of Encanto. It's just, man, to take out Mr. Toad.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the original attractions.
But I'm sure Disney fan 2005 knows no attraction is left yet is safe to be not touched.
There is no such thing as a safe attraction.
That is true. So
we all might think there are.
Yeah, but there's no attraction.
Yeah.
No attraction at any Disney park is safe from not being torn down because Mr. Toad could be taken down. I mean, that could happen.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If it's done good, I want Disneyland to make a classic dark ride. If they do Encanto in Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, they would have to do a classic dark ride.
Yeah.
As they should, because they cannot tear down that building. That's a fact. They can't tear down the building. Well, I don't know if that's a fact actually, because they probably can't.
Well, they can't tear down. What was it? Winnie the Pooh. I know there was something like.
Well, it was the Country Bear Jamboree.
Yeah, but they couldn't tear it all down because there was like something structural.
That had
to stay up.
But with Mr. Toad, though, if they touch that ride, then they have to close down Alice.
Do they?
Because Alice is right on top of it. That's a 2-story ride. So those two rides, a lot of people might not know, they sit on each other.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why on Alice in Wonderland, you'll go to that top part.
Yeah.
And once you go to the top part, that's when you're on top of Mr. Toad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why. So if they touch Toads, they'll have to do something with Alice too. Disney said Disney should replace half of Rivers of America with Grand Fiesta Tour from Epcot, since half of the Frontierland is Mexican themed. Huh.
Originally, it was supposed to be at Epcot West.
Yeah, Westcott.
Yeah, Westcott.
Westcott. I do like that, though. I like that. That's a good idea because not much is done over there.
It's just taking up space.
Well, and it is just Big Thunder, right? Yeah. There's nothing else other than like the stores, right?
Yeah.
There's no real other thing to put you in that like west type of thing, because you go from Frontierland right into New Orleans.
Yeah. And
then you kind of go around. That's only like kind of the back part of the west that you got.
Yeah.
Man, so that'd be cool if they themed that, Wow. That'd be pretty crazy. That's a good idea. Yeah. I like that. I like that. And that just means because I would assume I assume what you're talking about is the right next to Big Thunder, where they have the old what was the old ride?
The Rainbow Ridge.
There you go. That was it. That one.
Or you're talking about where the cave is at, right?
Where the cave is, yeah, where it's still there. That part of the cave, that was an old attraction part.
Yeah,
they left that.
And then they also moved the town.
That's right, the town to Big Thunder.
Yeah.
So that whole area is where I'm talking about. Where I assume maybe that's where Disney Fan 205 is talking about. That's because if you think about it, there's no space there. There's nothing going on, right? Yeah. And there's a pretty big amount of space. Okay, that's funny. Disney Fan. Disney should replace some shops in New Orleans Square with another ride from Epcot, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So I've thought of that before. Here's another ride. I'm going to put a wrench in this one. Maybe you'll like this idea better. But that's a good one. I have thought, what if they add something in that area, right? Yeah. But then I thought, what if they close down like the train, that back part area, and then they make you now go under the train in New Orleans, and then they put Lady and the Tramp ride back there. And some people might be like, Lady and the Tramp, who cares about them? I know, but it's Lady and the Tramp, and it fits pretty good, I think. I would like Ratatouille. That's a good one, too.
I think Ratatouille would fit, too, because it's still fitting in with that French
Yeah, for sure.
theme.
French Quarter, all that. Yeah, I definitely.
And I've seen ride-throughs of the Ratatouille ride. I'm like, it's pretty neat to come to.
That ride looks pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. When you go under the oven thing and the lights turn on, they say you can feel the heat. Like, that looks legit, or in the room when you're under the push cart thing, and you got giant wheels that are spinning too.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, this is nuts.
and also their little fountain that's up front.
Oh yeah,
like, that's pretty neat.
I love the fountain.
Yeah.
The fountain's cool too.
Like when it starts, especially when it starts going, it's like, oh, cool.
That's funny. Yeah, the whole that's a good idea though.
Yeah,
I like that Ratatouille. I've always thought of Lady and the Tramp. That's what I always thought. Just because it's an older movie and it's Disneyland, so that's why I always thought of that. But Ratatouille would be really good. I was thinking, what's another ride like in that would
like
go
a French style?
Well, I would have thought Princess and the Frog. They would have done a separate ride for them, right? Its own ride.
But now they're gonna get rid of Splash
Mountain.
Put it with Princess and the Frog, which you and I have talked about quite a few times.
Yeah.
When they do that, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
Are they gonna get rid of Critter Country?
That's the big question.
So,
but then if they do, they'd have to get rid of poop. You would assume, right? Yeah. And then Tim made an awesome. Well, I know that Disney fan commented, but Tim made an awesome suggestion after saying if that's what happens, they cut Critter Country pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Then they should give that half Winnie the Pooh and on to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Which. Yes,
because you can fit in another ride or two.
Yep.
And I mean, when you do the Tomorrowland refurb, you can move Star Tours over there.
Yeah, which would make a lot more sense to where you take off Earth and then you land in Batuu and then you walk out into Batuu.
Yeah,
I love that. Disney fan 2005 said, "All right, another ride from Epcot that should be put in Disneyland is Frozen Ever After, replacing Casey Jr. Storybook Land." I do like, that's a good ride. I do like it. The Frozen, the animatronics on there are awesome. Yeah. Also, I've seen amazing. But I don't know. That's another one.
You know what though? I could see it replacing Casey Jr. because not too many people know who Casey Jr. is.
So I see Casey Jr. It's just Storybook. I'm not too sure. It's just because it's so iconic. That front look, right? Where you have Monstro.
Yeah.
You got Casey Jr. does pass on that part.
Yeah.
That would be tough. I would think if they were to, they should put it where the theater is.
Yeah.
That area. Well, so there's that part was taken up by Galaxy's Edge. I was gonna say that whole where the Hunchback used to be. I think that's Galaxy's Edge.
I think it's Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
I don't. You're talking about the theater by
the Fantasyland Theater.
Yeah, by Small World, right?
Small World, yeah. The train station. But they're doing the Lion King show.
They're gonna bring back a show?
Yeah. So, which is cool. I always wanted the Magical Map was all right.
Yeah, I mean,
but it was just a big screen with just dancing here and there, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't too much of I don't know. I guess because I watched Dick Tracy in that theater, and that was a crazy show. That was a crazy show. That was a crazy show for me enough where, like, as I was a kid, I would get scared at these characters.
Yeah.
Because they had the full-on makeup, those crazy heads and all that weird.
If you've seen the movie too, they're kind of
they're
kind of scary,
creepy. So I was a kid, and they walked right by me, and I was like, "Whoa, what the heck is that, dude?" Crazy show. But I always wanted them, if they're gonna have a show in there, like, come on, like, make a show.
Yeah. Not
just roll out a big screen like they did for the Magical Map. And Disney fan said, what's TBH?
Tomorrowland, to be honest.
Oh, to be honest. My bad.
Yeah. I have some ideas for the new Tomorrowland at Disneyland.
So share the idea. But I have an idea too that I've always thought that Disney should do. I say that they should cut off harbor entrance. I've always said that. Cut off harbor entrance. People, when I say, well, the hotels and stuff like that. Well, there's been some times where Disney has tried to work with the hotels when they were going to do that one path thing. The hotels did not like that. So then, all right, well, we tried, guys. So I say you close down that whole entrance because you don't owe none of that, nothing. So you cut that whole area. Half of it goes to Tomorrowland, or half of it goes to Disneyland. Half of that goes to DCA. So now you have a whole new area that DCA can have, or they could expand their Hollywood area, which I think they should make that Hollywood area into Monstropolis. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
But then now they have a whole entire new area for Tomorrowland or whatever land they else want. And then you only have centralized one entrance where your guests come in.
On ball?
On ball. That side over there. That's it. You don't have to worry about guests coming in this way, guests coming in this way, crowd control this and that. Your crowd only comes in through one way.
Yeah.
So that's what my idea has always been. Disney fan says, number 1, remove Astro Blaster and keep Star Tours, Space Mountain, and Buzz Lightyear. So
I think they would get rid of Space Mountain, but I think it would bring it back as Space Mountain, but it'd be a different.
I think a different Space Mountain. Yeah.
There's talking that they're going to bring Tron in, which, whatever they do.
So I love Tron.
Yeah.
The movie was awesome. Both movies I loved.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love the ride. When I've seen it at Shanghai, I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so much so that I want to go over there to ride it. But I don't want Disneyland really to have 3 Vekoma bike coasters. Like that's pretty much all it is. It's a Vekoma bike coaster.
Yeah.
And now they'll have 3. Like, no, I think that's the one thing that draw to some of these parks where you can go ride a different ride at that park. You can ride a different ride at that park.
Yeah.
And now that they're just putting the same rides, like it's some of the base ones I can get, right?
Yeah.
Pirates, Splash, Space Mountain, all right. But anything else, like, have some original thoughts, Disney. Come on.
And I think the Astro Blasters, I think they'll do the same thing that they would do with Space Mountain. They would get rid of it, but they would bring it back in like a different way.
The thing with Astro Blaster is that right now, that's the only thing that gives Tomorrowland movement.
Yeah.
Some sort of like energy, right? Yeah. And that was the main part of Tomorrowland where people loved a lot. It was the movement. It was the rockets all the way in the back. And the rockets were up on that area. It was the people mover. It was the baskets. Although
there's Autotopia that still gives them movement, but I think honestly,
and the submarines.
Yeah.
So there was a lot happening to where you could see it.
Yeah.
Even though Matterhorn is not a part of Tomorrowland, but when you're in Tomorrowland, you can still see the mountain. You still see people going on it. You hear the sound. So you're hearing sound. You're seeing movement.
Yeah.
And now Tomorrowland has it's gone to just indoor stuff.
Yes.
Space Mountain is indoor. Star Tours indoor. Buzz indoor. Nothing happening in Innoventions, but it doesn't matter. That's all indoor. You can't see nothing happening. That's the whole future part is movement. That's what the future is, right? Movement and there's none of that. Disney fan number 2 said replace Galactic Grill with alien swirling saucers from Hollywood Studio. Okay, I can get down with that. Although Tim and I were just talking about how much. No. We're talking about over there. Okay, no. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one. I don't know. I was thinking of
Pizza Planet.
I don't know why. I actually like that idea. They already have that awning kind of thing, which they kind of have already at the over there. That would be that's actually yes, because that just now makes what Tomorrowland needs movement. Come on, man, that would be so cool. I would love that. It's tough to be a bug in Tomorrowland. I'll take that. I don't care. I don't even think they're doing anything right now.
I mean, you could even you could.
I'm sorry. I'm going to cut off Tim right now because I just saw his watch band, and oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Oh yeah,
you have to show him.
The
Dude, that is nuts.
So the first side is Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America, Hulk, and Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is
the other side is Thor, Vision, Daredevil, Black Widow, and I think that's Wasp. Ooh. Falcon, Iron Fist, and Ant-Man.
Dude, that is nuts. Where'd you get that at?
I got it at the World of Disney.
Oh, over there?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then my cell phone.
What, dude? I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
that was nuts. Quick break for a commercial, right? World of Disney.
But I think they could do it to where you shrink to be a bug.
Yeah.
Because that's like a Tomorrowland thing.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. I like that. Yeah. But
because if they can shrink you on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
Which is where they could put it's tough to be bugged. They could put it in that theater.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And it's a good size.
Yeah.
That's a good size theater.
You just got to take out the seats and replace them with the seats that you had.
That's true.
So
but other than that, all they're gonna have is movie previews.
Yeah.
Which is that really anything of the future? No. So that's a good idea. Might as well have Tough to Be a Bug in there. Alien Swirling Saucer. I love that.
And let's be honest, that was the only real reason why people were going to Bugs Land anyways.
Yeah.
Because for It's Tough to Be a Bug, because of how interactive it was.
It was such an awesome show. Yeah. I remember so many times I was there. One of the times I was with my buddy Robert, and I think it was when he was working there, and it was right after he got off. We went to go watch, we just hang out, and then we watched it, right? And as we're sitting there, the part comes up where it's gonna roll over your butt because they're walking by, and we know we've seen it a bunch of times. And then some lady in front of us, that happens, and she turned around and gave us and we're like, whoa, it's not. We didn't touch you. What the heck? We're like, wow. But the craziest, dang. Yeah.
And then the poking in the back.
The poking in the back.
If you knew when it happened, because I don't like to be poked in the back, especially like that. So I knew it was coming, so I would always lean forward. Okay. Because the first time it happened, I was like, ooh, I don't like this.
That first time it happened.
Yeah.
I remember the first. So we went in 2001, the year they opened. So they opened in February, and then we went in July.
Okay.
I remember that moment. No, they didn't even have that when.
It's Tough to Be Bug. I thought it opened when Russell Park did.
Actually, I don't remember.
I know Bugs Land was there when it opened.
No. Bugs Land was not. It was.
Oh no, that's right.
Bountiful.
That's right.
Harvest thing.
Because when I saw the X Games with my dad, or it was called the X Games Experience.
Yeah.
That's where they had the motocross.
Oh.
So It's Tough to Be Bug wasn't there.
Yeah, because it was Bountiful, something like it was tractors. They had tractors on display.
It was like a farm thing.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to show the farmland of California and all that, but let's see. Disney fan gave us another one. I love these. Disney fan said replace Alien Pizza Planet with Cranium Command from yet again Epcot. What's that?
I've never heard that one.
I've never heard of that. Yeah, if you can, please. I mean, I could look it up too, but Cranium Command. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
No. So, I mean, the only thing that I'm not sure with doing that is that where would you have now a restaurant in Tomorrowland?
Yeah.
That's the only thing where it's
unless Cranium Command is a restaurant.
Oh, unless maybe that. Yeah, I know, right? My bad. But that's exactly what it is. It's food. My bad. I've never been to Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know Walt Disney World a good amount as to. I've looked up all kinds of things because I just love Disney, and then videos. So that's my knowledge of Walt Disney World is just from videos and internet. Yeah, I've never been there, and
I've seen a few videos. I've never been there either.
Yeah,
but it's because I haven't been there, and I'm like, you know what? When I go, I want to be like this. Oh wow, this is cool. So
I've tried to do that a couple times, but it's just maybe the chance that I might be able to go to Walt Disney World. That's why I'm like, nope, I don't care. I'll watch it. I'll watch everything right now because I don't know when I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
that's the same thing with Shanghai. I don't know if I'm ever gonna go to Shanghai.
Yeah,
Paris. Tokyo. So as much as I would love to get there and for the first time but I don't know if I'm ever gonna get there. So I gotta watch videos nonstop. It's an attraction from Wonders of Life Pavilion at Epcot that lasted from 1989 to 2007. Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a long time for an
That's
attraction
a
too.
very long time, and a very long time for me not to have heard that. I know Wonders of Life, yes, that pavilion I know, but not
That's
that.
is that the pavilion where they have the food that they
Yes,
grow?
the
Where they have that little tour?
the boat ride.
Yeah.
And then I believe that's where they have Soarin'. Maybe Soarin' is what took over
Probably.
that ride, 2007. That seems about right. Correct me if you can. Maybe 2000. Maybe Soarin' is what took over that.
Yeah.
If that in that area, I'm assuming that's that area. I'm pretty sure. That'd be pretty crazy. But yeah, that's the only thing. Where would you put a restaurant now in Tomorrowland? Because then you would really have nowhere to eat.
Yeah.
Is all. Not that, I mean, do you really need a place to eat? No, but it's just the convenience part of it. It's nice to have another option.
If you think about it, each land has their own place to eat.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Disney would want to do.
Yeah.
If they were to get rid of like a food place, they would want to put another one somewhere.
If you go with that idea, all right, Disney fan, I like that. But now what if you put the restaurant where the arcade was? There's your area now.
The Starcade?
Yeah, the Starcade.
But aren't they using that now for like their Magic Key people?
But it's not like
because it's like a chill spot, isn't it?
I think so, but like make it go somewhere else now. You know? No big deal. But we've talked quite a bit of, which is good. It's just I want to show this before it's over. We're gonna finish like in 15 maybe.
Yeah.
But I showed Tim this and I was like, dude, have you ever seen this before? IRL. I've only seen this given, I think I told Tim like 2 times, very scattered times. It was this time, that time. And I've seen this with my eyes, yes, but from far, right?
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
And I've never seen this. I didn't know that they did this.
Yes.
I knew that they did something like special when you did this certain thing, but I've never seen them actually give you this thing.
Yeah. So if it's very old too, this is not mine. Kat got this when she was younger, I assume, right? So a purple dilly? No, it's not. Look at that. Have you ever seen one of those? Or if you have seen it, have you ever held one in your hand? Right? This is not from a marathon.
No, you can't just buy it either.
Nope.
Well, you probably can now.
Oh yeah, maybe you can find somewhere to buy it.
Yeah, somebody's probably selling it,
but yeah, this is the medal that they give you sometimes if you pull out the sword. First, you have to get chosen.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how they choose. First of all, I don't know if like you're just in Fantasyland and they go, hey, you and you come over here.
Yeah.
But I do know that there's like maybe a group of 3, 4.
Yeah, it's not that big of a group.
And not that everyone in that, not that all those kids are gonna get this.
Yeah.
They have the one chance. We'll see which one kid will be able to pull it up. And Kat was the kid
that pulled it up.
Who pulled it up. That's crazy. And they gave her this. And I think she said she also signed the book.
Okay, because I do know that I have seen them give you a paper and I've seen them sign something. Yeah. I didn't know what it was, but
yeah, pretty cool though.
I'd only seen the end of the show.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I was from far away.
Yeah. So. See, I've seen it too from far away, and when I saw them give it, I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool."
Yeah.
Disney fan said, "Replace Star Wars launch bay with another extinct Epcot ride." Okay. Journey into Imagination. Okay. I like that one.
I can go with that one. But that's where they're talking about putting Tron.
That's where they're talking about putting Tron.
But I would totally be okay if it was a Journey to Imagination, because you have Figment already in DCA.
That's true.
And people don't know who he is. And so you bring him here.
Yeah. That'd be an awesome intro. Yeah. I love that idea. I don't know if they could actually do they wanted, that's what I've heard, right? Tron right there.
Yeah.
But I think Tron is too big for that.
Yeah, they would have to really, because that's always been the talk. Okay, well, if we put Tron here, we gotta get rid of either Space Mountain so we can move it over there, or we gotta get rid of Autopia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I say just get rid of Autopia if you're gonna put Tron in, but whatever.
I say don't put Tron in. Put that.
Put
yes,
that, yeah.
Journey into Imagination. I love that. That's a great idea. Man, good ideas, Disney fan. Here's something else. This is not crazy old. This is pretty old, but not like nowhere clear. Not to anywhere like old like this. But do any of you remember this? Did you ever see these?
No.
No. This was when they had the whole light. I think it was. Well, it was Paint the Night.
Was it Paint the Night?
It was Paint the Night. Was the parade, but then they would. I think they would call it Light the Night also.
Okay.
So you'd get one of these. Okay, let's see. Disney fan says replace Nemo and Utopia with Living with the Land.
You're a big Epcot guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Or Epcot person.
I like that. Yeah. Epcot is cool though. Yeah. That's one where I've always, I don't know, Epcot's just always seemed like really, ooh, that seems like a pretty crazy place because it's not so much Disney, right? It's different from it. But Utopia, I know a lot of people wouldn't mind that. I know a lot of people won't mind that, and they won't mind also taking out Nemo because there's a lot of people that don't even like going into the submarine, claustrophobic and just being in close quarters with other people and somewhat submerged. Like people don't like that.
Yeah,
I get that. To me, again, I'm like, how dare you touch Nemo? When they opened Nemo up again after years and years and years, and I saw the Nautilus coming through the water, I broke down. I was like, oh my God, there it is again. Yeah. Just because there's so many times I went on that attraction, the submarine ride, with my grandfather, where it was like, hey, the submarine. I was a kid, I swear to God, we were going underwater. And then getting eaten by or getting electrocuted or fighting with the squid and the whale. So to me, take that out. And I'm like, don't you dare. But again, no ride is safe. At all, and neither is Utopia.
But I don't think they're going to take out Nemo anytime soon right now because they just spent all that money like refurbishing it.
Yeah, and I noticed that it looked like they painted the track green now.
I think so.
Before, I don't know if it was that same color.
No. So that's why I don't think Nemo's going anywhere anytime soon. Because you're not gonna. Oh, if we're gonna get rid of it, you're not gonna refurb it and everything like that. You're just gonna leave it
unless they're like, we'll have it there for like 5 years, and then we'll do something with it. But that's a pretty interesting one though. But also with these, there was this thing that came. The cool thing with this is that it has tape because I lost the back part of it. But you change whatever color, right, on this, and then you just.
Oh wow!
And it goes to that. And the funny thing is that I would love to walk around with this. And then when you see a group of people that they had their ears and they're like, oh, let's all match. Let's be all cool, right? And then you can change other people's ears and bing. And then I changed that whole entire group's ear and then be like, hey, what? You changed it? What? Yeah, it was hilarious. You could change random people's ear. Just bing, bing, bing. It was hilarious.
I've never seen those.
No, that's cool. And if for Fantasmic, Fantasmic, the fireworks show, the parade, Paint the Night, and World of Color, these lights would sync up with the show.
Oh, okay.
So then, like, let's say, for Pirates, when the World of Color, when the Pirates part would come out and the big old flame, then all the ears, you'd see everyone in the crowd, all their ears red, and they like flash red.
Really?
Yeah. Or when there was lightning, they'd be like this white and then flash too. You know how they have like those flashing white lights sometimes at Disneyland? Sometimes, So all these, it was cool to see not everyone, a lot of people though, with these things. The thing with these is they're awesome when you're a guest. They're awesome. You're like, yes, I'm so cool.
Yeah.
They're not cool when you're a cast member, as I was, and I had to wear these. And sometimes you got to be like, hey, can you not do that, please? All right. And you have these on, right? You have these on. Imagine me, right? I don't think I'm a tall dude or anything like that, a big dude, but I mean I'm a pretty big dude. So imagine big dude coming up to you and be like, "Hey, don't do that with these on." And then if my ears are, I turn this off, right? But let's say if they're just like flashing like crazy, let's say like that, right? I'm like, and it's when these are on and the show is about to happen or in that time frame, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Right? So these are on, and I'm kind of like this,
Trying to
hey,
be serious.
don't.
Yeah.
And then I can see my lights of my damn ears glowing on your face.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, sir. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop.
My question is, did you have to pay for those ears?
No, I did not.
No, they just gave them to you. So
they gave it to us. Yeah.
And did you get to keep them, or did you have to give them back at the end of that?
They didn't tell us to give them back. No. I thought like when you're done like working. No. These were yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's like a sanitation thing.
Exactly.
Even back then.
Even back then, I guess they're like, nope. But I mean, I liked it. I didn't know when I first worked there that I was gonna get ears. I just
and they gave you the wand too, or the wand?
No, the one is I paid for that.
Oh, okay.
We bought that.
You had to pay.
Yeah, for it. It's just the ears. But I remember when I worked there, my attraction was Soaring Over California.
Yeah,
the best attraction you could work at DCA. Soaring Over the World is pretty cool. All right, but Soaring Over California, that's when I worked there at that time when it was still Soaring Over California. It was awesome. Everybody wanted to work on that attraction because, first of all, their costumes were dope. The worst ones were, to me, Little Mermaid. And then I really didn't like Paradise Pier either. But yeah, ours was dope. Bomber jackets. They were just jumpsuit type looking thing. But I didn't know that you would have to work at shows or parades. I didn't know that.
Oh, so if you work
all attractions,
all the attractions do.
Everyone in attractions works parade route and a show. If you're at DCA, it'll be World of Color, or you'll do the parade at Disneyland. You'll do whatever parade, or you'll do Fantasmic, or even fireworks show. But every attractions cast member, they work. I don't know if other departments, at least I know attractions, everyone in attractions, you also work those. And not that you're out there dancing and like, ooh, whoa. It's not that. It's you're just telling people,
you're just
like directing them.
Go that way.
Don't sit there. Keep going. You can't stand here.
Yeah.
You put up the ropes. You take them down. But yeah, so that's what you'll do. So then that's why when we were told, or when I was told, like, hey, you're gonna work World of Color, I was kind of like, oh, what? I didn't know that I was gonna do that. I thought I was just gonna stay at my attraction this whole time.
Yeah.
No. So then you get 2 costumes. You can take 2 costumes home. Your attraction one, or you can take 2 of the same attraction one, but you can't have 2 of them issued out. You'd have to return one to get another one. Okay. So I had my attractions costume, and then I had my parades attraction, which was it's like a striped long sleeve shirt, and it had a vest, and it was, I forgot the color pants.
So when you did that though,
and a big pea coat type.
Did you do the attractions and the parade thing all in one shift, or was it
so
you were attractions one day and then you were parades the next?
There was only a few times where I did that, where they'd call it split shift, and you would work your attraction 4 hours and you do the parade or show for 4 hours, or the other way around. Yeah. You wouldn't do, if you're working World of Color, that's the last, because you work that last. That's the last show that happens, or the last thing that happens. But yeah, you would do that. And if you do that, like for me, Soren, if I was working on the ride, a bunch of times when I would just have half shift, I try to extend my shift, even if it was to work on the parade. I wouldn't care. I'd always want hours. But that only happened a couple times. But when that happens, you only go to like the section closest to your attraction.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not going to put you, if I'm on Soarin', they're not going to put me by Paradise Pier, by Little Mermaid, because
so that way you wouldn't have to change.
Doesn't fit. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you would want to, then you can.
Yeah.
But then that'd have to be your like 30 minutes, I think, from shift to shift. That 30 minute, you have to get to the locker room, change, get back out.
But either way, you would still have to change.
Yeah.
Your whole get up.
If you were down to like do that, if you're gonna go to like another spot, but if you're just
if you're gonna stay at your spot, then it's cool to be.
Yeah. So I did it twice where I was worked at Soren, and then I just went to the part like kind of in front of Carthay Circle.
Mhm.
So right before the Hollywood Land begins.
Yeah.
I only stayed in that area before that, and then right before Cars.
Okay.
So that was my area that I helped out in. They're like, don't go down there because then you're gonna look weird. But check this out. You can walk a guest wherever you want, which I would do that all the time. I would personally walk guests on there. I don't know. I loved working at Disneyland. When I would see a guest looking lost, not knowing what the heck they're doing, I would go up to them and talk to them. Hey,
Yeah.
You need help or anything? And sometimes they'd say, yeah. If I'm barely coming in to work, and they're by Hollywoodland, and they're like, I can't find Goofy's Flight School.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it. I'll walk you over there. So I'd walk them from there all the way over there, making sure I'm not going to be late because don't be late.
Yeah. That's what they job. Don't be late.
Don't be late at all. So I did that knowing that I had time to do that. But then even on times when I was working on the parade, you're there for 4 hours and you set up the stuff. And before then, before you set up stuff, they want you to talk to guests, help them out if they need help.
Yeah.
Kind of just stand there, pretty much. Don't talk to each other, but stand there ready for guests, if you want.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense.
So a bunch of times I'd see people like cast members sometimes just standing there, not talking nothing, just waiting for people maybe if they need help from them. But no, because then I'm just gonna be standing there. I would go up myself. Even sometimes people that did need help. Hey, how's it going? You guys looking for something, or can I walk you somewhere? Sometimes guests want to know how much the time wait was. I told Tim last time when I was working when I was doing World of Color, I had guests sometimes ask me, hey, do you know what the time is at Tower of Terror? Yeah. And I didn't know what the wait time is, right? I don't have the wait, but I tell them, come with me. I'd walk to the Little Mermaid ride to their phone area. I'd say, hey, I'm going to use your phone real fast to call up and then check out the time. Call them up. Hey, what's the time? 40 minutes. Cool. 40 minutes. And then cool. So you can use other attractions' phones to find out wait times. And then also sometimes you can call characters. So I'd see a kid like, hey, can you want to talk to Pluto? Pluto would just like, or you want to talk to Mickey, and you can call up the phone. Here you go.
Which I remember. I think I told you. I remember doing that. One of our big family trips we did. We got to talk to Goofy. At City Hall.
That's cool.
I was like, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's awesome. But those are the things I love to do. And for some people, that might be like, oh, it's only in DCA, right? Like, nope. There was people that would ask me stuff about Disneyland, and I would call up Disneyland. Hey, what's the wait time over there? And hey, it's this. Cool. So I don't know. I loved working at Disneyland. It was DCA. That's where I worked.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. Crazy. It was just all the time was fun. Even when there was maybe tough people. I only dealt with tough people, I think, 2 times maybe.
Yeah.
But sometimes I would notice I would get people with attitude, even till this day now. I do this all the time. Right now, I practice this. I'll get people that I go to the store or something, and they'll give me some answer that I don't like. They're very rude or just and sometimes not so much rude. They just like kind of like a
very short,
I don't care type of thing. Right? Yeah. But then I always answer back with, hey, thanks. All right, dope. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then I've noticed a lot of times they'll like, yeah, all right. And then they'll kind of like notice like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. No worries. But yeah, that's with guests. That's how it was sometimes. Sometimes when I'd have a little, and then be like, hey, just I understand. It's all cool. Like let's help you out. And then like, okay.
Yeah.
But even those tough moments, it was fun. I loved every moment of it. If you could work at Disneyland, go work at Disneyland. If you love doing that, know that you're gonna deal with people. There was sometimes some people that would go backstage or whatever. They barely walk in. They're like, stupid people.
Yeah.
Can't believe I have to deal with people. Well, good thing you applied for a job that's the only thing you do. Deal with people.
Like those things.
Don't do that.
you know, Disneyland is so like Disney in general is so focused on the guests and their experience.
Yeah.
So if you're like you're the type of person who are like, I don't really care too much for people, then maybe you shouldn't work there.
Yeah.
Maybe you should find somewhere else.
I used to love to give people a second ride on Storm over California. When the line wasn't crazy, right? If the line was like 2 hours, an hour and a half, I wasn't like, hey, you want to go on again? Maybe I would, depending on the situation, if I saw how the person would. Maybe yes. But yeah, those times where I'd let people want to go on again. Yep, cool. Want to go on again? All right. I'd tell people. Or one time I noticed 2 people enjoying the ride, like just on another level of enjoyment.
Yeah.
Where I was cast members can see everything you do, okay? Everything you do, they could see, okay? So don't think I saw some crazy stuff. And I'm like, dude, what are you guys doing? So I'm looking at these 2 people having just a freaking blast on Soaring Over California. I'm like, yes. When the ride came down, I told them they were sitting on they call it carriage C, which is the one to the right. Yeah, I guess to the right, my left. And then they were sitting in the second row. And I told them, hey, you guys want like on the right when they came down, I quickly went out of tower and I went up to them. I said, hey, if you guys want, you guys can get on again. Go in the middle carriage, the 2 middle seats. If you guys want, and they're like, yeah, cool, awesome. You could just see that they were like, what the heck?
Though, like at the end of the day, too, it's experiences like that people are like, you know what? Yeah, I want to go back.
Yep, exactly. And I just seeing them go on again that second time again, then they're just like, and then they came down and after like, thank you, I appreciate it. I was like, no, look, when you see someone enjoying the ride that much,
and that's something
like,
that they're gonna remember forever. They're gonna tell that story several times. Oh yeah, I remember that one time when we got to ride it twice.
Yeah, and for like
in a row,
that's a big deal. Yeah, because I still remember the times when I was able to, like on Space Mountain, when Disneyland was dead. All right, and cast members are begging you to get on again. On Space Mountain, they'd say, "You want to get on again?" I'm like, yeah, cool. You go on again 2 times, and then you get back. Want to go on again? And you're like, and they're like, come on. You're like, all right, 3 times. Let's do it again. Yeah. You're like, all right, cool. And you come back the 4th time. You're like, and they're like, come on. And at the 4th time, you're like, You're like, yeah, but then you go on for the 4th time, and then the 5th time, you're like, I don't know if I want to do that for the 5th time. And they're like, come on, do it a 5th time. Please do it a 5th time. That's when I remember going to Disneyland when no one was there. And the cast members are begging you, please go on again.
Yeah, I do remember those days too, where it wasn't as crowded. Yeah, but then I would say once like YouTube really started taking off, that's when it started.
I did notice that too. Yeah, with all these videos and stuff, I saw like just a kick in attendance because even from like 2015, 2016 is when it just like I felt like it blew up. Yeah. It was nuts. All right, crew. That was our talk of Disneyland, DLR. When I say DLR, it's Disneyland Resort. DL, Disneyland, DCA, Disney California Adventure. Disney fan, thank you so much for those awesome suggestions and cooperation. That was great ideas. Some of those ideas, I don't know. I don't know about touching Mr. Toad. But like we said, no ride is safe. No ride is safe. Every ride can get.
That is absolutely true.
The chop. All right, crew. Tim, thanks for hanging out on a Friday. Crew, you're all awesome. And we'll see you on another live. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. We'd so much appreciate that. But as we always say here on the channel, views are always appreciated because you never had to crew with us for 1 second or all the seconds. And even if you made it for an hour and 9 minutes, now it's an hour, 9 minutes. Thank you if you made it this far. If you wouldn't even see this at the very end if you only saw like 1 second. But I'm telling you, thank you. Thank you for the 1 second you gave us, maybe in the middle and wherever it was. You're awesome. Thanks for crewing. Thanks for adventuring. Go check out all the other adventures. We have a lot of other adventures too. Later. On to the next.